Gents, I just want to pause the episode for a moment to let you know about the Strong Men of Value Academy. You will have heard me refer to it a number of times, and I want to bring more attention to it. So this isn't just a program, it's a life-changing environment and community of men who are focused on personal and professional growth. We're looking at areas of relationships, wealth, and health, things to help you thrive and maximize your life. Imagine having bi-monthly one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, weekly group coaching calls, and an incredible brotherhood of high achievers by your side. Now we're diving into resilience, leadership, and holistic growth to not just succeed in your career, but to thrive in your health and your relationships. Your journey to greatness, it starts here. So join the movement and you can apply for the Strong Men of Value Academy. You can head to themanthatcanproject.com to find out more. Welcome to the Daily Deposit Session, a mini-series to help men make small and actionable changes to improve their lives. In each episode, I will share specific actions or habits that you can implement in your daily life to achieve greater success and personal growth. Whether you're looking to improve your health, your relationships, or career, Daily Deposits has got you covered. This is an awesome extension to our long-form conversations that will be dropping from Tuesday to Friday every week. If you get value from these, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and leave a review. Let's take a listen to today's Daily Deposit. Welcome back. Another day, another Daily Deposit. I hope you are enjoying these short, sharp formats so far, and definitely on Monday, the interview with Bradley and his insightful tip was very powerful. And obviously yesterday's episode, which was our full-length episode, which if you haven't got around that one with Andrew Swift, I highly recommend listening to that. He is the reigning Golden Guitar Male Artist of the Year and an epic bloke, an absolute epic bloke. So in today's episode, what are we going to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about something that you are currently doing, unlocking the power of learning and how books and podcasts can help you grow. So let's think about this. In order for you to become the best version of yourself, you have to have an idea of what that looks like, and you then need a roadmap in order to move towards that. And within that roadmap, you need to identify people that you would like in your environment. You need to identify skills that you need to learn. You need to identify your strengths and your weaknesses and really work on how you can improve those things. So for example, communication could be something like that. Time management may be helpful. Overcoming limiting beliefs and negative thoughts. Okay, all things that we teach in our breakthrough experience, but they're all things that are really important in helping you become the man that you want to become. And a great way to also learn from other people's experiences is through books, is through podcasts. And when you're, I guess, thinking about that, it's understanding how game-changing it really can be. And I do believe if you're already listening to this, you're of a growth mindset, and maybe to the extent that that growth mindset is available to you is different for all of us. You know, you may have some beliefs that you don't believe you can change, and those beliefs may be around what's possible for you or how you feel about yourself. But what I would challenge you and what I would encourage you to continue working towards is getting to a point where everything that you believe currently could be challenged and could be changed if it needs to be in order to improve your quality of life. So when you're thinking about learning something new, like I hope you will today, it can open doors to new opportunities. It helps you grow as a man and as an individual, and it will enhance your overall well-being. But the challenge for many of us is that there is so much information out there. It can be very overwhelming when you, I guess, are looking at where do we start. And for myself, I was very fortunate that I was given a book back in the day, and I've spoken about this a lot on the podcast, but I was given a book called The 4 Agreements. And the only reason why I read it was because someone that I respected and I looked up to gave it to me. Had anyone else probably given it to me, it would be sitting on my bedside table, if that, probably on the floor. So knowing what I know now, having read that, and it really challenged and changed my belief around what was possible and what I thought I knew, I now identify areas in my life that are challenges or sticking points or things that I'm curious about. And I then go seek information. And the best place to start, obviously, in this time and age of so much information being readily available, is Google. You may be able to Google top books on whatever, insert topic, right? Whatever topic it is that you want to learn about. And a list will come up, and then you can check out some ratings, you can check out some reviews, or you might just buy something or download a book, okay? And what generally happens there is within the first sort of little bit, I'll get a good feel around whether that is going to answer my question or not, or whether I'm going to enjoy it or not. And in the beginning, I used to almost feel this obligation to having to finish a book, regardless of whether I was enjoying it or not. And I guess over the years, I've been like, well, my time is very, very important. Why would I want to waste it reading something that I'm not enjoying or I don't feel like I'm getting value from? So that's one bit of, one tip there with books and podcasts. If you don't feel like you're getting value from it, keep moving, right? Sift and, really respect your time. Okay, so note to self with that. But generally, when I'm onto a good book, that book will, nominate or share other books that they recommend reading as well. And what I'm doing while I'm reading that book is I'm taking notes, and whether I'm using Audible, Audible's a great audiobook place, and I'll go search books and add them to my book list. And then when I'm looking to buy either a hard copy book or a regular, an audio book, I can just go to that list and buy them there, and I'm good to go. Right. So it makes benefit. And that way I feel I always have this next book to read because I've got this wish list, and based on, challenges or things that I'm curious about, I just go, okay, well, that's kind of what I feel like learning about right now. Therefore, I'm going to buy that book and get stuck into it. Okay, so I do the same with podcasts and also books, right? Same thing. Whatever I'm curious about or whatever I feel like learning about is generally the direction that I'll go in. Okay, so that's what works really well for me. And it's what has helped me, continue to grow as a man and as an individual in so many areas of my life. So the benefit of obviously books and podcasts as well is that they allow us to dive deep into a topic. They explore different perspectives because, once again, you're currently seeing the world through the lens that you've been given based on your experiences and the stuff that you've consumed to date. It's always great to get other people's perspectives because even if they do challenge you, you can seek to understand, right? You can create empathy or compassion, which I think are two very important things to develop as individuals. But you can also gain knowledge from experts that maybe you wouldn't normally get to spend time around. I know for myself, you can listen to some of the most incredible minds or read books from people that I never would have got to, or they maybe have passed, and you can sit down as if, they've written all their best thoughts down. You've got access to that. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty special and something that I get really excited about. So definitely don't undervalue the knowledge that you can get from the books and the experts that they have laid out there. And another thing not to undervalue is that books and podcasts, and if you do, give yourself some time in a notepad, you can have some time to reflect and think critically about what you're learning, right? You can then start to process it and see how it plays out, or it could be impactful in your own life. So don't just continue to always consume. Take some time to write things down and see how it plays out for you and the value that it can add to you as well is definitely an important thing. Okay, so is there anything else that I wanted to touch on that? For me personally at the moment, I'm reading Sell Like Crazy, which is a book on marketing and all of that sort of stuff, which I've never really looked into too much, but I feel like it's an area that I would like to get better at because I want to be able to share the message that I talk about on the podcast so regularly and frequently with you guys, and do it in a more impactful way where those that are listening or those that are reading or any of that sort of stuff of the content that I put out there, they really resonate and connect with it in a more clear and concise way. So whether you choose to read a book or listen to a podcast, the key is to find something that interests you. Okay, and something that you're passionate about. So don't be afraid to try new things, and definitely explore different topics. The last book I read was on the history of the world, which was something I never would have normally chosen, but I took a heap of value from it, right? It made me sort of understand a bit more about how the world is currently working, which, I loved it. And by doing this, obviously, you're never going to know what you might discover about yourself and the world around you. So that's it for today's Daily Deposit. If you got value from this, please share it. take 30 seconds to leave a review on Spotify or Apple or wherever you're listening to this. I really appreciate it. And until tomorrow, have a great day. Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time.